this comment. Oh my gosh, you're right. I've been in this world a year and a half and not one single time it's not been read. Oh, it's definitely the end now. For definitely the very final time ever. This would be Wattles. Then welcome to Minecraft Survival. Friends, I got a special episode planned for you. Welcome to the grand finale of the survival series. In today's episode, we'll be tying up a couple loose ends around the base and cleaning things up. I also have a small project in mind that I always wanted to get done, but never did. And we might even go on a small tour too. We go out with a banger of a scent. Today's scent of the day is pink sands, and today's button of the day is definitely the like button. One final time, in honor of World Record Survival World, smash like and subscribe so you don't miss the new guide. Hey, whoop, you preserve the field, preserve the field. If you do the world download, preserve the field. So friends, with a world that we spend so much time in and a world I love so dearly, there's only one way I can send it off, and that's by finishing it. Now, this is a little awkward, but roll the clip. The goals inside of this world: explore it, check out the new terrain, that should be pretty simple. Check out the new mechanics, like the lighting, that's going to change like farms and everything like that. And oh boy, speaking of farms, we're going to build bigger, better, faster, stronger farms than ever before. Sugarcane farm, consider it already done. Beetroot farm, yeah, consider it already done. Dirt farm, we'll figure out a way. A farm for everything. Okay, look, I was young, I was ambitious, I didn't know where this world was gonna end up taking us. Do every single farm in the world? I mean, come on, I'm only one guy, and I make all these videos myself, edit them, everything, so cut me some slack, okay? Next world, I promise. So the first project that we need to do a little bit of cleaning up here around the base is right over here at the heart of the world, the wonderful animal farm. They're wandering around, but the trees, or at least like one of them. When I was planting the trees over here, I wanted them to be nice and tall, so I left some braces around the trees. And also alongside the braces that have to disappear, we absolutely need to clean up the tree trunks as well. All right, job number one of the day, check done. You know, it's kind of fitting that the very final build in this world will actually be a build that I had built originally, and I completely blew up. Mangrove wood, ooh, I might need to swing over to that mangrove tree farm one final time. I just might have to. A little fun fact about this world, this single piece of bamboo right here, this is technically the only bamboo farm in this world. That would be a big problem for 1.20. You know, not to get too emotional or anything, but I kind of can't believe this day is here. Like the end, the very final episode I'm recording in this world. Oh God, it's too emotional, stop. However, sometimes with an ending comes a beginning for you. Alongside the drop of this video that we're experiencing right now together here, I've also released a world download for my patrons and channel members. If you would like to experience this world up close and personal in all of its beetroot glory, then tap the join button for a little bit more info. Alright, so the final build of the world, what is it going to be? Oh, this thing right here. I feel like it was, well, actually, it was definitely like a million years ago now at this point. I could be maybe even like 1.5 million years ago at this point that I saw a comment about rebuilding this bridge with mangrove wood for 1.19. That was before the wild update released. Whoops. You see, I always had a couple big problems with this bridge. Before I blew it up, I thought it was ugly. After I blew it up, I mean, well, I blew it up. Keep up. It was ruined. Yeah, and you see, that's why. It's such a small, awkward spot. It needs to be, like, a little bit longer. Yeah, all right, tear it all down. We'll try again. You see, maybe, just maybe the real key here is, like, staircases. We walk up with staircases at the front. Then I could do, like, trapdoors in the middle. Ooh, that would look good. And then staircases on the other side. And that'll do it. With that beautiful idea in mind, we would end up with maybe that right there and that right there. No, okay, pull that out. We end up with that right there. Oh, it's beautiful. How it always should have been. While I polish up that mess that I just made for us a second ago, let's talk a little bit about this world. See, I love this world. I personally feel like this is in my top 2 worlds that I've ever created. I think I did a pretty good job with it. But one of the things that I'm most excited for in this new world is to, well, honestly, not live inside of a plains biome. And see, going into this world, I really thought, I was fully convinced that the plains biome was my favorite biome to live in. Then I moved into this world and realized, like, don't get me wrong, it's good. But unless you want to build a bunch of custom trees, Well, unless you want to do that, the backdrop is just kind of like, yeah. In the next world, one of the things that I want to hopefully do a little bit better is pick a more scenic location with like maybe mountains all around me. Yeah, mountains all around us, that would definitely be the vibe, and maybe even seated inside of one of the most beautiful biomes ever too. So bridge, I made a lot of progress on it. I was thinking maybe we come in here to finish it off with like a couple dark oak fences that come out. Yeah, this kind of looks nice. I mean, it's a super red bridge as is, but that kind of was always the vision. Even more beautifully with this, kind of poetically, we're taking the old bridge and rebuilding it, turning it into something even better. When it comes to small bridge in the middle of this world so you can get across, yeah, check, done. I think that's pretty nice looking. I mean, it's small, it's simple, but I think it really fits in here. I love Manor of Wood so much, and I can't wait to use it in the guide. Oh, it's sad. It's tragic. Last episode, a true tragedy happened. This comment right here was genius. This comment is perfect. A sweet frog friend who will always be remembered. A small token of all of your hard work. And a grave right here. A frog-like block. That looks terrible, doesn't it? Good thing you can't see. Alright, so next on our list is a little bit of organization. However, it's also kind of not really next on our list. When it comes to organization in this world, everything is pretty much kind of already sorted inside of the storage building. I have a couple stray shulker boxes around, but to be honest, I already sorted them, okay? Just trust me. To be honest, probably the single biggest project that I always wanted to do in this world that I never got around to was some kind of super auto smelter. When it comes to dreamy super auto smelter 3000, I actually had perfect vision too. I was going to use kelp blocks for a roof. I made a mock-up build actually in a flat world, and I was so ready to throw it in. We will not do that today because too much work and pointless. However, the second biggest project I never did is actually a map wall. You see, we got so many cool builds on the mountain and around the mountain. I always wanted to make like a bunch of maps, and even the beetroot field too. That thing over there is pretty sweet looking as well. I always wanted to build some kind of really cool map wall, map this entire base out, and have a map so I could look at. Let's do that. So that beauty down there, that chest bone, oh, it's a 1.19 Dream Starter Mansion. And next to the 1.19 Dream Starter Mansion, we have a dock. And then walking up the dock, I have this flat wall that I never really used right here. I'm not too sure how big a map wall is going to end up being. Base is pretty big after all. But like, what if we filled this in with maps right here? Maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? By like 6 by 6 or something. Oi, 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 I don't know where you came from. Whoa, 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 where are they all coming from? What did I not light up? Oh, ooh, yeah, I'll fill that later. What did I not light up around the base? Oh, hey, yikers. Now, there is one problem with beautiful map wall to close off the world, and that's gonna be leather. I'm gonna need to source a little bit of leather from my friends over here. Specifically, 36 pieces at least. Maybe a little bit less, but 36, please. Fork it over, friends, fork it over. However, with that being said, I cannot eradicate entire species over here, so I mean, I might need to go find some wild cows. I hate to do this, really. Well, actually, hold up. You see, friends, my mind was just spinning, and I may have come up with an even better plan. Instead of making generic map wall size, let's actually, make a map, and maybe zoom it out once, see how much detail we have, and oh, yeah, that's beautiful. However, I think I like the fully zoomed in map, so let's go with that instead. Let's make a brand new map, and check it out, and then make a bunch more. So look, guys, in a way, I almost feel mean for this next part, but don't get me wrong, I love this world. Truly, deeply, I love this world so much. It's very special to me, but today, I can't help but think about the next world and everything that I want to do and everything that I have planned. This next world, which, by the way, will be my next main series. It's going to start with 1.20. Side note, check it out. I went all the way over here. I think this is just about the farthest that the base goes. I'm not really worried about that being on the map. As long as that makes it onto a different map, we should be good. So I got the far end of the base mapped over on this map, then we move to this one, then we move to this one, then we move to this one. That all means that one of the dimensions for the map is done. It's gonna be 4. Anyways, the next world, I'm so excited, I'm so inspired, and I cannot wait. It's gonna begin with 1.20. We're gonna make a brand new base. We're gonna go for that dragon, clean it up. We're gonna get a beacon so quickly too. Maybe. I'm inspired. I'm inspired, and I'm so excited, and I really just cannot wait for this next world. Sedex map row here, lads. Check, it's begun. We got both the skybox thing for the advancement run in 1.18, and we have the creeper farm on the map. It's beautiful. I consider that a solid W. In fact, so solid that I'm gonna need a sweet jam. Let's do this. So, my friends, it's just a little bit of a map making and flying around later, and then we're back over at the wall. And even better, impressively, I think I have the order figured out perfectly. Okay. I'm gonna have to think about it a little bit. Oh yeah, what I tell you, I got the order figured out perfectly. You see, usually when I make these map walls, I get really messy in my inventory, but this time I made a good point to try and keep everything perfectly organized. I think that would go down there. Yes, that goes there. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit out of order, but for the most part, I got it. Look at this beautiful base right here. Oh my gosh, map walls are one of my favorite things, and this is honestly kind of like the perfect fitting ending to this world. How have I not done this earlier? In the next world, please, legally hold me to it. Make me do this sooner because they look so good. But also, it's like the perfect end of the world. Look back at everything that we made from a different view. Oh, it's sweet. So I will have one small problem with this map wall, maybe two depending on how you want to look at it, but the temple for the end, it's like just barely cut off or makes it onto the map, and then the beetroot farm, I don't know what I should do. I mean, I could add one more row right there, and I guess I could add another row right there, and that's it. And so just like that, one good idea, then a little bit more flying later, and here we go, friends. Terrible weather for this, great ending, yeah, sure, but map wall, I make it bigger. So look, I know for sure that the whole beetroot field won't be on the map, but like most of it, almost all the beetroot field is on the big map. And there we go. Just like that, we can now actually see laid out in front of us how massive that beetroot field is. Like this thing, combine it with the base, and you are essentially effectively double the size of the base. And in the next world, I feel like in the next world, I might have to go even harder with this thing. I don't know, though. Anyways, though, the map, it looks so good from the sky. I love how these things look. Also, look, I know it's not the fanciest surrounding to the map wall area, but I don't know if I'm ever going to see it again, so I think I'll let it pass this time. Perfectly put in the rain. An interesting thing that I thought I could talk about here at the finale is my biggest regret of the world and my biggest achievement of the world. My biggest regret of the world is never getting to villagers. And see, I always had this plan to basically reconstruct this big custom villager village over here on the hill. I thought that one, not only would it be perfectly like close to the base and safe for the villagers to just wander around, but two, it would be such a cool backdrop. Like, imagine having the base built over here, I'm wandering around, like I'd be over here on the ground somewhere higher, render distance maybe, and you'd have this big villager village just like towering up that hill. I thought that would have been such a cool idea. Biggest achievement of this world is the 0 death or almost 0 death record, and especially when I was moving the warden over. I think maybe the most impressive thing I did in this world was actually being able to summon a warden in the deep dark, and to summon it in the deep dark like shortly after the update dropped, so it was like pretty brand new, and then transport it a couple hundred blocks all the way up over here, name tag it, and have it just live over there. I feel like it's a pretty great achievement, but also, now that I think about it though, maybe it's kind of a horrific achievement as well. Like, think of how lonely this warden has to be sitting up here, like alone, always. No visitors ever either. That's not great. Also, maybe I shouldn't have jumped off this cliff with darkness. Should have thought about that. Next up, for this next part of the tour, things get tricky. You see, I love the idea of closing a world off with some kind of big tour. I feel like not only is it the perfect way to wrap up a world, like you literally look back at everything we did together, but also the perfect way to end a series. It's like, I don't know, a good way to close it. This world has lasted a year and a half, and I think over that span, we've done something like maybe 3 or 4 tours. However, the most recent tour, we just did it on day 1,500. At the time of recording this video, the most recent tour dropped like 34 months ago, but it's only day 1,592. And even more so, to be honest, I haven't added that much to the overworld. But I have added a lot to a different part of the world. Here's what I think we'll do. Once the weather clears up a little bit for us, we'll do a small, quick tour of the base over here, and then check out the stuff we haven't checked out. For a full, almost complete world tour, check out this episode next. It's its own 30-minute world tour of this world, and it's pretty up to date. And you know what? While we wait for cleared up weather right before the tour, I might as well throw this clip in right here. This is a clip of all of our advancements right after I finish the world tour. So look, the very final thing I recorded in this world. When it comes to my advancements, I'm very shocked here to see animals bred so relatively low. I feel like when I was breeding axolotl, I had to breed like 1.5 million of those things. Thing was crazy. Scrolling through here, the ones that actually genuinely surprised me are the ones that are really, really low. Like fish caught, 1. I literally only caught 1 fish in this world. That's kind of crazy. Music displayed, same thing, only 1. Targets hit, not even. In fact, right here is the whole section of a bunch of low statistics that I never really messed with. I was so close, like so close to a perfect record in this world. Number of deaths, that statistic right there, that is beautiful. That is my pride and joy. I was so close. So moving into some of the other statistics here, items, times mined stone, easy. That makes sense. Netherrack is right out there though. We did a lot of nether hub work. Times broken, iron, no, it doesn't even come close. And times picked up, beetroot seed. Look at this thing. Beetroot seed is picked up way more times than the next highest one. Like actually, almost double, not quite, but almost. Times crafted spruce planks. Oh, the beauty. It makes perfect sense. We craft a lot of spruce plank and use it. Times used netherite pickaxe, obviously. Shockingly, but also not at the same time, it pops up again. The legendary beetroot seed right out there. It's so cool. Amount of things dropped, netherrack right up there. Just a little bit past beetroot right there. It's so close. When it comes to mob statistics, I mean, there's not too much to really see here. Just like a lot of brutalness when it comes to mobs and me. It's kind of despicable, to be honest. My friend's rain is finally gone. Sun is absolutely beaming. Let's kick off this tour. The spot that I would like to begin, this small base overworld tour, is right over here. Right after 1.18 dropped, when we started this world, it was almost this exact shot of the mountain, minus like everything beautiful that we built on the side of it, that was shown in the now canceled Minecraft Now series. Admittedly, I'm oddly over proud of that moment right there, but it's special to me. The thing that inspired me to build over at this base was this giant, beautiful, the brand new mountain. I think it's so nice looking. You got that sharp peak, my favorite kind of mountain. You got all of the ice on it, the snow too. And then we had the plains biome. At the time, I really wanted to switch things up. See, I was coming from building in a jungle, very dense. I wanted an open, blank canvas, the plains. For the most part, we haven't terraformed too much. I kind of wanted to try and work with the land. So I built builds going up the mountain slowly, a couple builds up on top of the mountain flying next to it, and then some builds in the field over here. I think the most heavily terraformed area, other than that beetroot field over there, is probably like this middle hill. I really went crazy with the detailing here. For the starter house in this world, I wanted to transition from typical normal house to big fancy flying boat. I think honestly, this is my favorite starter house that I've ever done, and it's going to be so hard to actually top this thing. For storage building, I like the vision, and I really am happy with how the build turned out, but to be honest, I think the other storage building that I did is just better. Functionally, this is wonderful. I like being able to fly into it. I might incorporate that into the next design somehow, but like,
that cathedral, it just hits, man. It's so nostalgic.
I'm sure like one day or something I will look back on this world and be like, wow, I really missed that building. That was really nice, but yeah. Also, burb. Yeah. You better not follow me, I swear. Another cool one was the big dig that we did right there that goes right down to the bottom of the world. Absolutely obsessed with that warden build in the mountain and just all of the builds in the mountain in general. But then also the 1.19 starter house. I really wanted to switch up the vibe here and just basically build a giant beautiful boat that I was obsessed with at the time, and I think I pulled it off. Oh, And also, now that I think about it, the Guardian. Well, actually, now that I double think of it, the Guardian and the friend over here. Hey, as sassy as ever, I see. And Guardian, my friend, you're still awaiting trial. Sorry, the courts are just slammed right now. I get you later. And the Guardian farm, next world, 100% marked my words. I said it here. Boom, check done. If I had to make a greatest hits of Minecraft builds inside of this world, I think that I would have to put the Rex Skull on the list as well. If I take one build from this world and build it in the next world, it might have to be that skull. I really, really, really love this skull. I'm so proud of it. I don't know. I feel like the positioning of the thing too, looking off into the distance right on the mountain, it's just like the perfect spot for it. I love this skull. However, if I go ahead and go into the skull, we will find nether portal and also on the other side of this field. Right around the mob last year, I had this cool idea to build the mobs in the world. I like this. Unfortunately, I never really got to build on this side of the mountain. See, we landed over there, kind of set up camp temporarily until I built the ship. And yeah, I was planning on building even more buildings over here. You see, originally I made the kelp farm machine for auto smelter, and then I was going to build auto smelter like right over there, but then I decided it would block the view of the bay. So then I thought maybe I would build it over here, but I just never got to it. One thing that I do really love about this world, though, I'm going to miss it a lot, is all of the scenic mountains. Definitely in the next world, a different biome for sure, but I got to get the backdrop right, because the backdrop is kind of fire here. Also, I think I named this catalyst something. I don't remember, but I'm going to miss you, buddy. Now that I think about it, a crazy thing that I think I never actually did in this world was get cats or dogs. I don't think I have a single cat in this world, or a single dog. This is tragic. However, one thing that I did get is beautiful frogs. Oh my gosh, the memory of the other one, the forgotten. Oh, this is so sad. I can't handle it. And I also got a wonderful Strider friend that is living down there somewhere. Just trust me. But friends, that brings us to the nether. The one part of this world that has heavily changed since the last tour. Let's check out the hub. So with the nether hub project, I was planning on doing a little bit more, including moving the portal properly into the hub, but with the release of 1.20 getting so close, I just never had time. See, based off of 1.19 development and 1.18, I didn't think 1.20 was going to go so smooth and finish up so quickly. I would have swore that I had more time. But anyways, inside of the nether hub, we begin down here. Double blaze farm with strange strider living inside of it. I don't know how that happened. Then we got this ladder. It goes down into the open nether, down into the netherite mines, and all the way up to the base. See, my plan here was to move the portal into the nether hub properly, and then this would be the one ladder that would take us up and down into the main nether, up into the nether hub. Once we are up inside of the nether hub, oh, no, I don't have sword ready. Get out of here. Leave. You're done. Stop it. The world's over. Anyways, over here inside of the nether hub, we got the transit hub. This thing goes to every single biome. 100% I'm going to build one of these in the next world. I cannot wait. I'm seriously so inspired, guys. I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited about Minecraft in a long time. Anyways, this is like an old part of the hub, and I ran a beautiful contest, and I'm sorry, I'll make it up for you in the next world. I'll put even better, bigger murals, but I ran a beautiful contest, and I never even built the murals. I'm terrible, I know. Despicable. Then, walking farther into the hub, we had this new central room. This was going to be like the middle piece of the hub. Then off over that way, I would have portal room. Off over that way, I was going to do piglin barter hall. It was going to be pretty cool. Instead, inside of this room, we got the respawn hub. And then we got this cool view into the bottom nether. Over here, we've got a ladder that will go up in a second. Because first, we have Basalt Titan over here. I love this farm. This is really, really good. Over here, we have a little food hall that was going to have a little bit more to it. I was going to make this way bridge over the transit hub with like glass and stuff, which was going to be really cool, and then do more of the hub over there. Instead, we leave it a small food farm for now. Continuing to work our way through the hub that I'm really, really happy with, actually. Maybe my favorite hub. We have this dark evil room. This is where we entered the hub from. It basically goes down to the blaze farm and nether fortress. This is another small transit hallway. I mean, it's okay. It's a mushroom farm. Coming back into the hub, I do feel like it's kind of empty now, but yeah, you know, mushroom farm. Oh, and then finally, beautifully here, way up at the top of the nether. All the way up to the top of the nether we go to find a beautiful, magnificent, gigantic gold farm. This gigantic, wonderful thing right here is so dangerous it almost causes a big problem in this world, but also it's so efficient. If I ever need gold, all I need to do is make one of these friends mad and then basically just stand around here. I like this gold farm. I'm really, really happy with how this thing turned out, and it's kind of a shame that I don't really get to use it more. Up here, we got the item sorter room and a little bit of a smelting situation, and then down here, we have all of the function of the hub, including wonderful statue. One thing that I feel like I really started to master in this world is building. I feel like, personally, I got a lot better with the builds and more creative. I'm definitely going to take that over with me to the next world. I love this room so much. But for Minecraft Nether Hub and Super Gold Farm Titan, I think that's just about it. Which leaves one final thing on the list today. Truly and sincerely, I would like to dedicate at least part of this episode to a very dedicated soul over on the subreddit. You're amazing. We did a lot of different things in this series. We've done comment of the day, we've done meme of the day. We've stuck with scent of the day for a long time, but consistently for they don't like me, like, leave me alone. Are they gonna come through? No, I don't think they're gonna come through, but if you go into the nether, you better be careful. Oh boy, I can't go back there now. We've done so many different things of the day, but so consistently on the subreddit, there's been one big thing of the day. Alright, well, you know what? Now that I think about it, I kind of have to go back to the nether. For this next part, we need to go back to the nether. Oh, great, this is gonna be fun. How am I gonna do this? I mean, look, I guess I get this stuff out. I swap elytra with this. We'll go ahead and leave the elytra on the mannequin right there and put that there. Okay. We'll set spawn right over here. We'll be back soon. Wow, that bridge is so much easier to use. I should have done that way sooner. That's great. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Full netherite, it can't be too bad, but... No. Oh. Okay, well, one of you went over to the overworld, and one of you has been sent down to your doom. Yeah, I guess that wasn't so bad. Alright, so, a ride. Anybody got a ride? Can I bum a ride off of one of you? No, you're both full. Alright. Fine, I'll drive myself. Enchmend. I can't remember which portal it is. I know we just went there. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is definitely the end. Ah, man, I can't wait to re-explore things like Stronghold in 1.20. And get all that armor trim and everything. Oh, it's gonna be so cool. Anyways, before the silverfish get to me, it's off to the end for us. And so right away, inside of the end, it begins the intense music, The Wither. It's a race against the clock here. In dedication to the most dedicated from the subreddit, The Wither. It's mine. Finally, it's ours. Wonderful Wither rose farm that we built. Oh, you're so good, but stop it for now. Wither, you're mine. I'm sorry, my friend, I'm sorry. Look, I know. We went through such a big grind to get the skulls that we needed for this farm. But for Sparkle Vision, this thing calls. Oh my gosh, and a Wither skull head? Oh, that's so cool. Look, please let me know how you feel about it down below, but for Guide 23, do I maybe just put the mob head pack back in the world? Or is that confusing? Anyways, that's our ticket out of here. I don't know if I got an advancement. Oh, never mind. It's just for do that. Okay. One another star, baby. That's our ticket out of here. Let's go back. Back over here at Base Sweet Base. Let's see if we have the materials. Obsidian. Ooh, I'm gonna need to go find some obsidian for us. And then glass. That's the other one. Glass, easy peasy. We got plenty of glass over here. I only need like 5 or 6. However, my friends, for obsidian, we're not quite as lucky. So, for one final time, it's back down to the obsidian mines for us. I can't stop thinking about it today. I just don't know how to put it into words, though. But truly, I'm gonna miss this world so much. Like, there are so many good memories in this world. And even, like, not just in the world, but, like, editing the episodes and reading the comments and just everything to do with this world in general. I'm gonna miss it so much. I feel like I've grown so much over the course of this world, too. Like, in real life, in the game, in the channel. Oh, man. Obsidian mine. Oh, inside of the old giant caves. You were here before the deep dark biome even existed. If I had to take a guess, I bet this cave that we're in right now would even have the deep dark biome in 1.20. And actually, that's a funny thing, because I did check this world's generation inside of 1.20, and the very base that we're living at, if this world was made in 1.20, well then actually at this base, we would have the cherry blossom biome all over the place. It would be beautiful. Anyways, final pieces of obsidian. All I need is really 3. You leave me alone. You're lucky I'm in a good mood. You get to live. You know, as I reflect on this world, as I dramatically climb outside of this cave system never built a staircase into, I was so nervous when I was starting this series. When I was starting this series, I went from doing the guide for like a couple years in a row, and it was like the main thing on my channel to doing survival, which is like, it's kind of completely different than the guide. I was so nervous at the time that you guys would just like absolutely hate this series. I would ruin everything, and it was just gonna be the end of everything me. I was so nervous at the time, which is so funny looking back on it. I was so nervous at the time to end the guide, but I just didn't know what to do with the guide, and I wanted to get to learn the new update, the new caves, the new terrain, everything. They really redid it all. And then with 1.19 up in the difficulty game even more, so much has changed. I also wanted to take some time to improve my commentary skills, editing skills, and world skills in general, but anyways, beside the point. It's finally time. My friend, the legend, Sparkle Vision on the subreddit, I salute you. Minecraft the Beacon is not only created and placed down in the world, but you just wait a second. But oh boy, my friend, you just wait a second. Created, made, and crafted, but of course, my friend, that's not all, because 100%, we have to place it down and actually activate it too. And that, my friends, is gonna do it for Minecraft Survival. I like to end this world with a true and big shout out to every single one of you who has watched at least one single episode of the series and shown the support. I appreciate you. You're the best, and I think you're gonna love what I got coming next. I've got giant, great hopes and dreams for the next series, beginning with Minecraft 1.20. I really can't wait. Down below, you let me know, what was your single favorite builder project of this entire series? I'd love to find out. World Download is out now for channel members and patrons, so check it out. It's been me, Wattles, and of course, we can never forget, it's been Cav as well. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you.